games, that's for sure. There was one I got. It's like prison VR, where you're supposed to like make illegal stuff and contraband and like sell it to the other prisoners while trying to hide from the guards and stuff. Okay. So, we found that there were 4 additional characters. I believe I went through it. So, we're gonna basically go through the game 2 times here. Before we do that, I might want to make sure... It's on custom. Why won't it let me... Thing, I had it on arcade. I got the... Where was... Continues... Yeah. Okay. So that's all good. Oh. So the first thing I want to test out before we get really far is, so make sure that works. Yeah. Okay, so the idea, you can only pick the 4 starting or the 4 new ones. You can't just, you can't switch between those 2 groups if you're in one group. So that's why we have to play twice to get all the different endings. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to get near the end. We're going to save, because you can change when you run out of lives. So the idea is to get near the end, save, and then reload and die and change to each ship and finish the final stage as them. So that's why we have to do it twice. But we'll be able to get all the different ship endings. Minus all the bazillion deaths. Good job missing all those awards. I did it. I'm not a fan of this particular way of bullets. TST. Oh no, that's still the same kind. You know, actually, interesting question. What is the most interesting VR game you've played? I still think one of the more interesting VR games I got to play was Super Hot. Like, that is a really good VR game. I still also amazingly consider the Danganronpa VR demo really good too. I'm still glad that's like the first thing I tried in VR, because that was definitely interesting. It's a real shame it's just a demo too, because it's actually better than some fucking full-fledged VR games. It's just kind of sad. Whoa. Trying to get myself murdered. I like the red one. Yeah, I figured this would be... I had to blow that right there at the edge of the screen. I figured this would be how we can conclusively finish off this game, and it can get added to shelf. Because everyone knows I gotta get a lot of shit added to my shelf. Okay, come on, do the one. Yeah, do that one. It's a little Utah. Go up. There we go. 1, 2. There they go. Perfect. Damn it, I almost made it. There it goes. Astro Bar and Beat Saber. Beat Saber is really good. Dan told me it added more songs. That's probably my biggest complaint with the console version. Because in the PC, people have modded just all kinds of insane songs. Like, Beat Saber is definitely going to be the first fucking game I get for PC if I ever get into PC VR, which I would love to, because there's some very interesting games on there. It would just be interesting to pop in the VR chat, walk around the LeBlanc and shit. Damn it. I swear that voice that says level up really reminds me of the guy from fucking Smash TV. Big prizes! Damn it. There we go. Blow up. Punk. I ran right into that. Now the Astrobot, I heard that's a really interesting platformer game. That accurate? Oh my goodness. You know I suck at these kind of games. But yeah, I hear Astrobots is a really interesting platformer. I've heard people like saying, oh, it's such a unique way to play a platformer. But yeah, I really wish there was a lot more song variety for Beat Saber when it came to the console version. It just really sucks at the amount of songs that were at least at launch. Might be a lot more now. There are, then that's cute. Because man, there wasn't that much when it came out. Like I said, with PC, you got all kinds of songs just modded in. I'd love to play some of the Undertale and Persona 5 songs, which are available for PC, but not for us console peasants. That's one time where those PC Master Race people won. like to showcase how it's done. Like Mario 64 in VR. I'm not even sure how to really imagine that. I mean, there hasn't really, as far as I'm aware of, really been like a platformer VR game. Well, then again, wait, I take that back. That Moss game could basically be considered like a platformer game where you're controlling the mouse and you're just overlooking the stages. Moss was kind of interesting. A lot of people said Moss was like the best VR game ever though, and I have to kind of heavily disagree, really. I mean, it is nice. It was done well. It has no good conclusion though. It's left on a cliffhanger. No idea if the developers are even making a sequel. And it's short. I think I beat it in what? About... I think it was only about like 4 hours or something. Oh my goodness, I am... Maybe I need to stop talking and actually fucking survive. What's up with this upbeat music here anyway? Sounds like Streets of Rage right now. Bare knuckle. Oh my goodness, too many fucking tanks. Phase 1 done. Phase 2. But yeah, we're still waiting for Dragon Quest XI to come out, so I haven't been trying to do anything particularly big new. But the poll did end for the VR vote thing. I think it was... I think it was the one that had the Suba 400, whatever the hell it is, and oh my god, it's so close to the bottom of the screen. And oh, what was the one paired with it? I'm trying to remember. But I'll have to do a poll to see which one out of those two. This thing is kicking my ass. See, not exactly like Mario. Like the showcase, let's see, has the same effect kind of Mario 64 showed the world. This is how platforming in 3D works, and Astrobot shows this is how you do good platforming in VR. So what you're saying, it was like the introductory to it, like how Mario is always considered the, like, this is the staple of how to do how to do 3D platforming. Get you. Well, Moss was pretty good. I've been considering Astrobots, but I've been waiting to see if it would become really cheap or anything. You know how it is. There's video games everywhere. Money. Ow. Ships. I guess that one's getting away. to have to fight a whole bunch of boss fights again, too. I think this was the stage where you fight them all over again. Yeah, here we are. Force boss again. I even used my super and it still took me out. Ah! Missing duck here. I just do not like little bullets, man. Imagine how much money these people would be getting off me if this was an actual arcade cabinet. Then the second boss. There's a company, I'm not sure if you might be familiar with them, that's in the overseas area in your neck of the woods, that's been doing a lot of physical releases of VR games. They publish a few in America too, but not anywhere close to as many as they do overseas. I have a few, like they did the super hot physical version, but those, like half of the European published games I don't even have. They have so many fucking VR games. It's like Pip Games or something. Something with a P. They did Moss in America and Europe. And there was a Wizard game that came out recently. They did both in America and Europe as well. Ah. Yeah, that's what I get for being greedy. Like, here, eat engine. Oh no, come on! What a dick move. out of here, damn it. Hey, Pat. How you doing? Me and Dennis were just talking a little about VR. Okay, I think 6 was the end, so... Pad decided to sleep in and leave the rest of us hanging for hours. Oh dear, I should have used my bomb. Yeah. Oh, I suck so much at this. But it is really good. I really have to say, what year did this come out originally, Pad? Because, I mean, this is really good sprite work and shit. Explosions and everything. It's just a shame I suck hardcore at this. But I can still appreciate it. I'm out of supers! Yeah, probably having all that shit in the backfiring would have probably helped. Oh my goodness. So much damn shit. Even behind me, they just keep coming. Oh my goodness. Whip. Nope, I didn't get out of time in that one. Oh, so much shit everywhere. Look at all this fucking, it's so much slowdown. Oh my goodness. I can't keep track of everything. Then I got this shit. Whoop. Oh my goodness, come on! That was a good stretch at least. Get the fuck out of my way. Okay. Now this should be the boss. Hey, at least the bullets are pretty visible now. See, 96. How many continues? It's on infinite if you remember quickly. But yeah, I figured we'd do 2 1s so we can do 1 1 and get all 4 kills. I explained at the beginning. You have no well, I'm doing the quick save to show off. You see, you can load the game and then die and change ships. So what we're going to do is 2 1s where we do the 4 original ships and then the 4 special ships and show off all their endings. So unless you want to watch like an hour each for each ship. Yeah, this should have been the final boss, I believe. If I remember quickly. And then we can load it up 3 times, show the other 3 ships, and then we can do a 1 with the special ones. And considering how often I die, I can try them all out, because I only tried them a wee little bit at the end of the last stream. Save scumming? Well, I can't say it ain't, because that's just basically the very definition of save scumming, so. But yeah, when I was looking up, because I was confused when I looked at the trophies, there were basically 8 ending trophies, but I was like, but there's only 4 ships. So I looked up about it, and there were 4 extra special ships that you can unlock in the menu by just simply turning them on. And it mentioned you could save stay and then just switch ships. So I was like, alright, I guess I could do that for a finale thing with it, so. Okay, now there was one more stage. Yeah. Sadly, you can't switch between the original 4 and the special 4. So you have to do a whole separate one for the other batch. At least as far as I can tell, so. I mean, I hit up, down, sideways, that. Nothing seems to bring them up, so. I'm kind of disappointed that this thing didn't turn into like a giant mech though. Because that's what I was totally expecting from this. Because it looks like a head. I was totally expecting it to like land on some giant body or something. pull some fucking spy shot on me. Oh no! Oh my goodness. This is so fucking hard. I couldn't imagine actually doing this without infinite continues. Oh, come on. Oh, dear Lord. What kind of fucking hell is this? Okay, then it's the head. Yeah. Okay. So we can save heal. And we can just use that to get the different endings. I did not mean to do that. Whip. Yeah, I would probably be wasting like $50 trying to beat this game in a Wii arcade. And yeah, I know I only got the red one, but I figured, oh yeah, I forgot you had to fight that thing. Oh, I completely forgot that was even a thing. I missed it. But I figured I'd just get all 4 of them in the one of that, so I guess we're gonna be seeing the credits here. Yeah, as far as I can tell in the game itself, it doesn't give any context of any kind of story, so I'm not really sure if there's anywhere you can get any idea what the hell's going on in this game. This? Oh. Wasn't expecting to get a trophy. Because I only got this one's ending, so I'm not really sure what that trophy was. But yeah, if that's a thing in this game, I don't know. Okay, so now we can just quick load that. And when we die, we change to a different ship. Yeah, perfectly convenient. Now, if it gets harder the more you collect, I do not know. If it does that, I'm not a whale. See, I only have a few bullet hells under my belt. Pad's the big bullet hell person. See, the first bullet hell I ever played was, what is it's called? Oh, it was on the 360. Oh, yeah. Fuck. What the hell was that game called? It was by a company that was well known for doing bullet hells on the 360 in Japan. And it was one of the few titles that came to America. What was it called again? They were like little witches. Oh, did I just accidentally... Oop. Oh well. Death Smiles. Yeah, that was it. Death Smiles. That was the first bullet hell game I ever played. And I think it goes without saying, I did not ever come close to ever getting that true ending it has. I saw videos of that. That's insane. That's why I think that Blaze one... Yeah, from Cave, that's what it is, Cave. Cave was the company. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it has like an insane fucking ending you can get, but you have to not die. So, when I was playing through Blaze, I just automatically said, I was like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna get that kind, because that's such a common thing in a lot of modeled shmups, is just to have some insane god boss thing that's insane. Oh, what am I doing? But I'm actually kind of surprised I was able to do that. Okay, no, that was it. That was green. Oh no, it's the bullet cell green. Well, either way, we're gonna die again anyway, so. It will be fine. I hate this part here with them. What? It has a laser beam? What happened to the missiles? They're just some random shenanigans shit. Apparently I can pull out a whole bunch of different shit. See, it purposely flies down. I love the heat-seeking missiles, though. Damn. And I died. Light just doesn't close up. Mission succeed. Oh, is that what those are? But yeah, there's a separate trophy. They're also very strange, so that'll at least make an interesting secondary play, though. What I'll do with them is, with each continue, I'll switch between all four of them to give them all a interesting try. I tried them out just a little at the end of the last time we were playing this. So. But yeah, I thought it was weird that you just go into settings and turn them on. You don't even on them. So how did that work in the original game? I'm assuming that was only in the Saturn version, I'm assuming. Because that's usually not something you see in an arcade game itself, you usually see a secret character like that usually. A wasting shmup? Electric ships that fly like carpets? Don't like those missiles, damn it. That's really a dick move for it to go so far back, and it's like, oh, surprise, motherfucker. I think you just put a code or something in the saddle. Really? Oof. I wonder what I wonder if that'll make the PS4 version worth anything. I wonder. But yeah, they're just in the options. You just turn them on. I had to be like, how do I unlock these other 4 characters that the trophies fucking are talking about? 'Cause I'm just like, I don't fucking see anything about them anywhere. And it's like, oh, you just go to the options. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. See, a lot of Limited 1 games have... Luckily for buyers, a lot of Limited 1 games have kind of stayed around the price they sold for. For scalpers, they've had to be very careful. Because some, like the Shantae games, for example, have been pretty valuable in that. Certain titles are valuable, other ones just kind of peter around the price that they sold for. So scalpers are finding them to be a little tricky. I guess you can't save though. These things have some pretty crazy ass specials, that's for sure. Let's see. What we got here? 100, 150 for Saturn. Price went down a lot. Thanks PS4 version. Holy crap, a sealed one sold for 160. Wow. I can't wait for that, I think it was Special Reserves that said they're gonna be doing, wait, what's that? I know there was a really famous shmup game somebody teased. No, it's the, I think it's the one with the changing color with white and black, actually, that they were teasing. That was a different one, right? That was something with an eye. So yeah, with those specials, you kind of have to actually wait for the activate. Oh, one of those kind of follow type ships. This one's like a dragon. Ooh, has a hell of a lot of power straight forward. Gets two things that shoot on the side. Hey, these ships are really odd. Ooh, hell, that's big area. Yeah, you know, that's sadly part of the whale game trade. When we release something, it hurts the price usually. That's why I was kind of surprised to see Blittigan getting a sequel. It makes me kind of like, should I sell my game? Is that a sign that I need to be concerned about? Blittigan's probably one of the more werewolf titles I own. Yeah. It came out recently on Switch, I think. Yeah, I believe it was either special... No, it's the company that owns the rights to Cave Story. They teased it. They teased it. Oh, now they're the following type. I'm not really a fan of the following ones. I mean, you can make them do some interesting stuff. So what's the last one like? Holy fuck, this thing is slow all the way. Like, immediately it is slow. This thing better hit like a damn truck. We didn't get to see its special yet, so what's it do? Crazy screaming skeleton thing. Well, can't say that ain't different. once you get this thing powered up, it's just destroying audio. I think I like the first one. Look at all those gigantic bullets it shoots. The hell? Yeah, I am really surprised Again 2 is a thing. Like, something I thought the rights to were like fucking lost the time. It'll be interesting to see if it holds up well. Something I'm really interested in for people who aren't familiar with the Japanese version of Again 2. The Japanese version had a special gold edition made later on that it had multiplayer. Talking and focusing are two horrible things, but it had multiplayer in it, and like I'm just like a Again game with multiplayer would be awesome. That would be so interesting. You can't tell me that wouldn't be interesting. See, I'm still waiting for Data Discs to announce the OST. And they have really been making a lot of records, vinyl records. Talk about something nobody saw really coming back all of a sudden. I hear it's a really big business again now. It's almost kind of reminds me of how cassette tapes were a really big thing in Japan. You know, like die down, and all of a sudden it's like everyone's using it again. See, another problem I have with this particular game is a lot of your bullets become really busy with a lot of these ships. Like this one really has it bad with it. I mean, the big bullets are awesome looking, but they also add a lot more busyness and make it harder to... That's why I'm not really good at a lot of shmups. For me, it's just kind of hard to pay attention to all the fucking bullets sometimes, depending on things. Oh my god, so much fucking shit. What's one more bullet would get? Just one fucking rogue bullet. See, when I was wee little, my sister had a little teeny record player that played just small records. She had a whole bunch of Disney records for stories and things. That's about the only thing. Well, actually, my parents actually did have a normal record player now that I remember. They used to have a, like a big stereo thing that had a record player in it. They don't have it anymore. I'm not sure what they ever did with it, to be honest. Oh my goodness, get rid of all these fucking bullets! It hovers so close to the lower end of the screen in that phase. Yeah, I think I like the first one out of this four. So, tell me about the shmup racing game these 4 ships are from you were talking about, Pad. I've never heard of such a weird idea. A shmup racing game. Like, I thought people were being really weirdly creative nowadays. Damn it. Ew. It's not a good wall there. What system was this bizarre shmup racing thing on? Just a regular shmup, but staged like... Oh, so you mean like the theme or story was based around being staged. Saturn, PS1. Okay. Going for like the Wacky Races type storyline there. What was the anime Dick Dastardly like? Hey, here comes the missile thing. God damn it. Get wrecked. So long, sucker! Oh, yeah, come on, do the laser thing. Okay, that works. Oh, I got sideways shooting. This was a bad decision. So many damn bosses you fight in these. You know, actually, I just thought of something though. You ever heard of, was it, it steals something on the Genesis. It was Steel, what the hell was it? Steal something on the Genesis. It was something my dad got when we were younger. It's a side-scrolling shmup, sideways, not up and down. And it's a really impressive Genesis game. I wouldn't say it's bullet hell shmup, but I would say it's a shmup though. Not bullet hell. But something I learned long, like probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years into the workforce, that game was originally actually going to be based on a Miyazaki movie. The what's the one in the sky? Castle in the Sky? And I was like, holy shit, I never knew that. What was it? It's Steel something. I can't remember for the life of me what the other part of the title was. It has like a giant blimp on the American cover. It actually has lots of blimps. If I remember correctly, the first boss was a giant train also. No, ah! No, no! Get wet. Let's see. Not big on the Mega Drive. No. I'd have to, because my Genesis stuff's over there. I got, actually, look on my list on Discord, actually. I should be on there. Because I'm pretty sure I got all my Genesis stuff put in. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got all my Genesis stuff listed. But I'd have to go over and look. But it's a very nice looking game for a Sega Genesis game. Even now, I think it held up really nice graphically. Yeah, I just was like, wow, what a random thing to learn. It was supposed to be a fucking video game shmup of, I'm pretty sure it was Castle in the Sky, or it was one of Miyazaki's movies. I'm pretty sure it was either Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Sky is the one with the pig, ain't it? The pig in the plane. Or was that different? Fuck. Having a conversation playing a shmup. Terrible idea. Especially a bullet. Hell. Oh my goodness. Whip. They like tank nullify my special. What BS? I think the change over to this one was perfect for this area. No, I was on such a good wall. Oh my goodness! Even with the giant area effect of it, it's just so much shit everywhere. Steel Empire! Steel Empire! That's it! That's it! Yes. Vapor Trail? No. Steel Empire. Yes, Steel Empire. I would check that out maybe for you, Pad. That was something I grew up with. I was terrible at, but my dad played the living crap out of it, though. He played the hell out of it. I'd have to say, it looked like a pretty impressive game for the time. I still think it looked pretty good. I probably wouldn't call it a bullet hell game, but definitely a side shmup. I don't quite remember what the music sounded like, though. I know music's kind of a crapshoot when it comes to Genesis stuff. Whip. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've really seen it. Yeah, Steel Empire. And, you know, actually, I wonder if that's even worth anything. Because we have a complete copy. We bought it brand new when I was a kid. I don't know if that's even worth anything. Besides what I just said, where it was originally actually going to be based on a Miyazaki movie, I think it was Castle in the Sky. But besides that, I never really heard much about it. I don't even know what the company was that made it. Get the hell out of here with your stupid arm things, buddy. It just keeps rebuilding them. I just literally wham on it. Might be good to go back to the full shift here. Having the big sideways bullets might help. Why would you make it look like some upper head mask though? What a weird thing. But yeah, if you're looking for a Genesis shmup, definitely would recommend Steel Empire. I don't even know if it ever came out outside of Japan and America. It might not even be available in Europe territories. said, I don't really remember the company that made it. I don't even know if they've made any games. Okay, it might... I think it might benefit going back to the dragon on this one. I missed him. Whip. Hate when it moves them. Keep not getting the timing on it. And I got nicked by bombs. Fuck the moving part. Get wrecked. It was called Empire of Steel. It seems, yeah. I wonder why they would change it up that way. That seems kind of weird. Yeah, Steel Empire sounds awful. How about Empire of Steel? Now that's a name. Okay, here we are. I hate how your power-ups go off the side of the screen, man. It would have been so much nicer for them to kindly bounce off the sides or something. Oh no, not missiles. I don't like the missiles! Ah, boom. Must have been some legal crap? Could be. I mean, that has... God damn it, I forgot about the stupid shift thing yet. I mean, that has been the cause of numerous issues. Damn. Sucked into the void. But could been. So I wonder what this is gonna look like with one of these ships, because we haven't beaten this with one of them before. But yeah. If you want to try something different, look up Steel Empire, or I guess Empire Steel if you want the overseas one. I'm not sure what kind of Genesis y'all have. Because I know... See, back in the day, what I always heard about European gamers is you either had the people who bought the local stuff, or the people who like, fuck this shit. I'm buying a American or Japanese TV, or American or Japanese system, and fuck this shit. Like, I always heard about the import scene overseas. Because importing wasn't so big in America in those days. It was a much smaller scene compared to... I wouldn't say importing became very big until probably around the PS2 gen. But yeah, I would definitely say it was pretty uncommon to see somebody importing stuff in the 16-bit and 8-bit age. They existed though. It's definitely a more niche and werewolf, because you know, you didn't have you didn't have like the internet as it is and stuff, or have it at all. You know, didn't have it at all, or of course it was nothing like it is now. So you could buy things, communicate with people just anywhere in the world basically now, as long as they don't live in China essentially. I like the dragon and the force ship. Other two, the genie's kind of really long. Then that fourth one is so slow, and that's such a cheap. This one's pretty slow too, though. Genie takes forever to come out, though. Complete. Let's see. I have a Mega Drive. As a kid in the 90s, I didn't import because it was crazy expensive. See, I always heard two arguments when it came to Europe's importing scene in the day. Either A, people hated how their stuff was, or B, that it was cheaper, but I never really, like, obviously I don't live in overseas territories, so I wouldn't, so you're saying it was crazy expensive, but older guys did a lots of importing of SNES and PS1 era games that never came out here, like JRPGs, lots of PS1, yeah, you all kinda got shafted a lot during the older age. And then Nintendo started focusing the hell on y'all during the Wii for some reason. I don't know really why they focused so much on Europe a lot. Really pissed me off. But I guess it was payback. Like stuff like working design. Everything was imported here. So I grew with a bunch of Japanese games. What would be my force? I think the first thing I ever had that was an import. I think was Turbo number 2. I think was the first Japanese game I ever had, I think. I honestly don't remember too well. But when I'm trying to think of like the oldest import game I owned, I can't really think of anything I had longer than Turbo number 2. So Turbo number 2, if you're not familiar with the Turbo series, was a fighting game. It was Squaresoft's first game, at least in America, for the PlayStation. I'm not sure if it was the first game for Japan for the PlayStation, but it was a fighting game where the guy who does Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball Z art, he did the character designs for the game. But America got Turbo number 1, but we never got Turbo number 2. And we used to, like, if you watched a lot of my older videos, we used to have a game exchange in my area that I bought lots and lots of stuff off of over the years. And then they had a controversy It fucked up the staff that ran it. Then they moved because of rent and money, and then it just closed down. And GameStop took over its location in its forced location, not the one that it moved to. So it's a weird dragon man. I'm just casually floating here, not even flapping my wings or anything. But at that day, Gameexchange had a dump bin, and they legit called it a dump bin. And usually everything in the dump bin would be like $1 to $3. They would usually stuff missing manuals, original cases, which is stuff I miss, because, you know, GameStop doesn't do that. They just price everything the fucking same. I miss places that price it depending on the condition and shit. And sometimes the discs would be scratched up and shit. But they had Tobal number 2 in there. Now, I don't know, because they didn't take in foreign games. So, I guess somebody might have accidentally accepted it. And then they realized, oh fuck, it's a Japanese disc. Well, we can't do anything with this. Hardly anyone's gonna have the fucking ability to play this, so just throw in the dump bin for $1. And that's how I got Tobal number 2. It didn't even came from Japan. I mean, someone obviously brought it from Japan or something, but I mean, I got it here in America itself. Let's see. We'll catch up before we load up here. Kids back then didn't always knew the difference between PAL and the NTSC. Had to have someone who imported and had to mod consoles. My first Japanese imports were Cave Shmups on the PS2 back in the 2004 or 5. Then from PlayAsia. Cool. But yeah, when I think about it, I can't think of any Japanese game I own that was older than Tobal number 1. It might be possible, but I can't really think of anything. I think the very first purchase that I made, like, online for import game, I think was the Lunar Magical School, I think. Was the first import game I bought from, like, PlayAsia or something. There used to be another import site that used to be really big. They went out of business because Sony, like, sued them for some weird... There was some weird controversy with the PSP. Well, they, like, sold charging cables that were from another country or something, and Sony was trying to say that was some kind of safety hazard, even though, from what I understood, all the cables were the same anyway. I'm not really familiar with that situation too much, but it, like, ran them out of business. I can't, it was like something with an L. I can't quite remember. I remember we had, like, a little Asian kid that, like, held a controller or something, like, he held it like something like that. Okay, and then we need the last very slow ass ship that has this giant skeleton. Explode into space dust. And did. The day is saved. Yeah, that. I've never made a purchase with them. When I was starting to learn about the importing scene, they went under. So I was like, well, shit. I don't know if Sony had a legit case either. Like, I remember it was something about charging cables for the PSP, and I don't even know what country cable to another country cable even was. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, well, that's where dick moves, Sony. Also, there was like a controversy, like, conspiracy that Sony was trying to take them out because of them selling import goods to other places too. But as far as I know, there was no, like, evidence of that. It was just, claims of it, so that should be all the killers. So, yep, 4 there, 4 there. They're all silvers. Talk about a whole bunch of easy silvers you can get. Too bad it doesn't really tell you much of a story or anything. That's why I thought it was weird that it gave every single ship like a story thing. See, I was going... Yeah, let's see. Sony sued because they sold Japanese PS2s, and more lawsuits followed. Yeah, I just remember it was something about PSP charge cables is all I really remembered. It's such a weird, like... It's like... Now, I know Sony was really, especially in the PS1 days, they were big assholes when it came to bringing or letting people bring over games. They did do that in the PS2 though, because there was a Goemon game Working Design wanted to bring over, and Sony's like, nah, you're not bringing that piece of garbage over there. You'll make our brand look bad, because we don't want to let customers have a choice. The company was sued by major gaming console producers such as Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft, alleging copyright infringement since the mod chips and other related devices enabling playing of unauthorized game titles on those. What? Why they got sued for modding? That's what killed them? Fuck. And you know, some irony in that, considering in Japan they made modding illegal outright. That's crazy. So, I didn't even know they sold mod chips. So, because they sold mod chips, they put themselves in the... That's... Oh, mod chips for enabling piracy. Well... If that was the only purpose said chips had, you could have a slight case then. But I'm always like, that's kind of BS, because usually most stuff, how should I say, like, I use the, what is it, Ninja Cube. Ninja Cube on the 3DS, exploit, so I can play legit copies of other foreign 3DS games on my 3DS with no mods on it. But that also opened up people being able to do piracy. It was the first step in really people starting to be able to do things on the 3DS. And to be sued for that is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, when it's something somebody else exploits to do it. But yeah, if the mods were solely, like, they literally had no other function but to enable piracy, then it's kinda hard to argue that then. But when it's something that someone does... Oh, I didn't... Did you just notice that ship just changed... I didn't know that. You can change what those little ships do? I thought that was just like random or something. I didn't even realize that. Huh. Wonder how you do that. But mod chips for the PS1 and 2 are super popular. Yeah. But yeah, when it's something that gets enabled because of something else, I have to call bullshit for getting, because, you know, it's not the fault then in that regard, because it was made for a different reason. Someone else exploited it to do something else. But yeah, if that is the sole purpose, let's see, S-Draft crashes through the chat while making airplane noises. Well, if you're anything like the giant dragon, like there's like a giant dragon ship here. Yeah. See, if you're anything like this giant dragon ship over here, you just go straight through the wall. How you doing, S-Drift? We just finished up playing all 8 ships of this, so kinda missed that. People don't crash our chat. But yeah, we're just kind of talking about the import scene a little here at the end, and reminiscing about an old site that we were aware of, but none of us seemed to ever got any use of. We will see. And alright, how about you? And also, no, I will crash all the chats. Yeah, now I'm dying. Like I said, we already went through the game 8 times, so. Well, technically 2 times, and just loaded the final boss for the other 6 characters, but you know what I mean. But, to you have an idea. It's hard to find a PS1 and PS2 unmodded here. I guess they just really saw Out of Sea modding really bad then, I guess.